Hey, all right, I wonder if we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the lounge. The Podcasters Lounge, that is. Glad you all could be here. Just getting my mic set up. We got a lot to cover in today's lounge, and as you can see, I'm just making sure that we're live. We're pretty much going live everywhere. So this is going to be an awesome Podcasters Lounge today. We got a surprise for you. I'm going to quickly go over a lot of the topics we're going to cover. For those of you watching the replay, especially. Of course, the Podcasters Lounge is brought to you by my school, Podcast Engineering School. Yes, okay, great. We're gonna talk about the DB Challenge that I did last week. The results are in. We're gonna talk about a controversial piece of audio hardware, and yeah, females I think got all upset. We're gonna talk about Auphonic and my episode that drops tomorrow for my show. This is my show. It is the Podcast Engineering Show. See, a couple weeks ago was Jim Collison. Tomorrow is a brand new episode. We're gonna talk about Google Podcasts for Android. Oh, they keep on improving. We also have the best podcast for falling asleep. Oh yeah. And please fix podcasting before it jumps the shark. There's a little article there about, yeah, we'll talk about it. How to get guests to share your podcast episodes on social media. Actually, did I add this? Oh. Yeah, anyway, that's just some good stuff. Podcastification. Wow, that's a big header. This is his, Carrie Green's Libsyn page, and this is his show. And sound treatment hacks for any room. Yeah, sound treatment hacks. Okay, then, next Tuesday, I'll be presenting to the San Francisco Podcasters Association. I want to talk about ALEXA. Well, I want to ask you about it, really. Some awesome videos I've been watching lately. And hey, Heather's here. What's up, Heather? From New Zealand. We need a map. All right, then Forbes. Well, I'm gonna tell you about the phone I'm looking forward to getting. Okay, how people listen to podcasts. Oh yeah, this is Anchor. Anchor did a study. Or, you know, they ran analytics on who's listening to all their podcasts, and there's some nice graphs. Podcasters Lounge map. Yes, we're lounging across space and time. By the way, little half and half. Half iced tea, half lemonade. Arnold Palmer, of course, the man. And of course, I have my water. So what are you guys drinking? It is a school night. But we're hanging in the lounge, and we didn't even... Oh, there we go. Hey, Bandrew's here, Mr. Podcastage. We're lounging across space, time, and audio. I don't know what that gesture was, but anyway. And space. The eldest bro. Bruh. What's up? All right, keep going. Quickly, we're going over everything we're going to talk about. I'm so glad you guys are like joining right as soon as I started. I'm not up to the point in my streaming where I have one of the, like, you know, when a lot of streamers go live, they have a little thing on the screen that says, "We'll be live soon." I don't do that yet. I just start and I just say, "Hey, everybody." Of course, there's no one. But thanks, everybody, for showing up. All of us podcasters benefit when more people discover podcasts. Yes, Carrie Green wrote that article. Where is Carrie Green? You know what? He's driving around the country, living wherever he wants to live. All right, a new podcast, email, or or publication. All right, we'll talk about that. Oh, all right, these are 2 NPR training sessions or whatever. I don't know what kind of training. I didn't really look into it, but we're going to skim it on the show. The Producer's Handbook to Mixing Audio Stories and How to Mix. 8 Steps to Master the Art of Mixing Audio Stories. Okay. All right. I hope the stream is looking good. All right. Pod Brief NYC. It's a new, it's an email list I signed up for recently. And yeah. Then I might play a chess game because I'm actually playing Ralph M. Rivera. But did he start yet? No, I challenged him. He didn't. Anyway, wait, what? Oh, I'm playing this other guy. I'm playing Renan Beneglia, who's rated 763. That's quite a bit lower than me, and it's my move. These are awesome games because you get to like 14 days to make a move. So, like, meaning you don't have to play. I think I'm gonna play that move. Meaning, you know, it's like playing chess by email or by mail. It's like you take your time. Anyway, Match the Mix. Well, anyway, that's there if we want to play it. And there's other games on Sound Gym as well. We could look into playing that. And then, of course, you have Podfest, Podcast Movement. I have some news about. Well, this is last year, Philadelphia. And anyway, Podfest. And yeah, I have just a little bit of news about that. So I forgot to look at Facebook. Oh, we're live on Facebook. 3 people watching. What's happening here? Hey, everybody on Facebook. I don't think Facebook is integrated into my normal chat yet, so unfortunately, I don't know how I can view it. Can I? Well, if I click on it, it'll play it, but anyway. So, welcome everybody on Facebook. Oh, what happened here? Was this like this the whole time? Oh, that is just unacceptable. I mean, look at this horrible layout I have on the, like, you see where I am, and then the chat window above me is a little wider than my video, and then the Podcasters Lounge sign on top is narrower. I don't know. I can't squeeze the chat window any skinnier. It's a Chrome window, and I literally can't. It won't let me squeeze it any skinnier. So I don't know what to do about that. But Facebook, 4 people watching. Feel free to comment, and feel free to grab your beverage of choice. And oh, I didn't even mention. Well, I kind of want to surprise you, but we're gonna have a guest join me at the top of the next hour, which reminds me, I have to actually, oh, it is, okay. No, I was gonna say, guys, don't call me on Skype now, because my Skype is open and ready for my guest to call, and, you know, oh, there you go. Here's to Arnold Palmer, and here's to all of you. What's up with you guys on a Wednesday evening, or for Heather in New Zealand, it's Thursday, almost lunchtime, probably. Isn't that weird? So what, I got a lot of questions for you guys, and here's what I want to say. You may or may not know, I wrote a personal development book back in 2010. And I'm really into personal development and building yourself up and goal achieving. I'm into all that because so much of that is in your control, literally. And it's only in your control. It doesn't have anything to do with what's going on outside. That's why in the whole political climate in the US these days, I can't stand it because everyone's looking outside. The problem is here, right? So I'm really into self-help and all that. The Eldest Bro. Drink of Eldest. Coke. Coke is it. So, personal development. So, I've been getting into watching some, wait, I said it before. Yeah, Jim Rohn. I don't know if you watch any Jim Rohn videos on YouTube. He actually passed away, I think in 2009 or something like that. somewhere around there. But he started speaking back in the 60s, I'm sure. And his talks are just, it's unbelievable. It's just great stuff. It's just great stuff. So what I want to tell you, my message to you today, is that I want you to think about one area of your life, and this is just going to be a real quick exercise. So let's not get crazy. I'm not going to get crazy here, but think of one area. Oh, see, people are asking to join. John Buchanan and Mike McCallan. Think of one area of your life that you would really like to boost your success in. So maybe it's your podcast. Maybe you've been doing a podcast for a while and you really want to really just put energy into it and have it grow a lot. Think of one thing. What is one thing in your life you would really like to grow and just start kicking butt and really succeeding, 10 times more than you are now? Go ahead, put it in the chat. Hopefully it's information you can share publicly. Anyway, our time is short, and I really want to know what you guys want help with. And you know what? Because I'm willing to help you. I actually had one of the things I'm really good at is coming up with new ideas and naming, not just naming things. Naming things is, sorry, I didn't even want to mention that, but just coming up with new ideas like business ventures or things that can help people and all this. I just have ideas and ideas and ideas. And I came up with an idea recently for a mastermind group. The Eldest Bro, really focus on my content creation, YouTube and Twitch. All right, dude. Well, yeah, not to be so lazy about it. So, yeah. So how you gonna overcome that, The Eldest Bro? And Bandrew Scott, Mr. Podcastage. If you don't know his YouTube channel, seriously, just drop everything. And go to YouTube and type in Podcastage and subscribe and hit the bell. The reason I laughed is I was reminded of when we used to, well, in New Jersey back 20 years ago, when we used to commute to work. I used to drive in with a couple guys, and it's what used to happen a lot is, during rush hour, if there was a cop anywhere, like not even like behind you or anything, just anywhere there was a cop, everybody starts driving like 2 miles an hour. So we started making jokes about it, like, oh, everybody's, as soon as they see a cop, we were joking that people would pull over, swallow their keys, and jump over the median and roll around. And yeah, we're just exaggerating, obviously. So, Bandrew, his interview show, one of the two, what? Time to choose, my friend, or do both. Let's do both, man. Let's help you achieve both. Yeah. We'll start in December. I'm gonna The Eldest Bro is gonna start in December. I'm gonna start charity streaming to Twitch, aiming for 5 streams a week. Okay, well, dude, 5 streams a week with $100 US matching. Oh yeah, hello. Mike McCallan in the house. I forgot my clips, my Barry. I don't have any of my clips. This happened once before on a stream. Anyway, Mike McCallan is here. If you don't know Mike McCallan, you should. You should shake his hand one day. Long time. He wants to perfect the grilled cheese. Dude. Did you know some people, well, my mom used to do it, like put a little, obviously you have the bread and the cheese for grilled cheese, right? And some people butter the bread a little, which I do, which I like doing. But my mom, you know what she used to do? Just a little, really thin layer of mustard. So, I mean, so thin, you might not even know it was mustard. It just has some taste to it. Yeah, we need to have a grilled cheese off. I mean, come on, people. I'll go up against anybody. So what am I doing here? We got a lot to talk about, and my special guest, I'm gonna tell you who it is. Because, I like teasing and what do they call it? Yeah, teasing or foreshadowing or something. Do I put potato chips in my PB&J? No, I've never done that. But I do put, if I go to Subway or something or Quiznos, I put the chips on the sandwich. Like, I'll open up the sandwich, put a bunch of chips in, and like any deli sandwich, I always put chips in, usually. But I know I haven't lived. Well, now I gotta make some videos. Is anyone keeping track of this? I will literally make some videos of myself making a PB&J with potato chips. Yes, look at this. You guys know this website? The Podcast Planner. Plan, organize, and propel your podcast. And she has a show. And what others are saying. So who are we talking about? Oh man. Do you guys see that? That's right. She's gonna be here. She's gonna be here. Hopefully. She's supposed to. No, she will. She's very organized, and like some people you meet and you talk to, and like they're just all over the place. Like, and it doesn't mean they're not a good person, and it doesn't mean they can't be successful. It's just that some people's consciousness is like just darting all around, and other people are just more calm and maybe a little bit slower, but not any less sharp, right? But just more deliberate. Buttered sourdough with provolone, Swiss cheese, and cheddar, slow toasted on the skillet. Oh, dude, now I'm hungry. Grilled cheese off. Zylox. Zylox, what's your name again? I forgot. I'm trying to remember all the code names. Anyway, I think I know you told me before. Dang it, I need to have a list. Anyway, happy you guys are here. I don't know who's on Facebook. I can't see any comments. I guess if someone comments, I might see it. I hope I see it. Sausages. Well, I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat sausages. But, Podcast Engineering School. Hey, did you know? January 15th is the next semester, and I have an affiliate program if you want to promote my school and earn really, really high commissions. Let me know. So should we get into this? Let's get into this. Well, but wait, before we start getting into the topics here, I'm serious about helping you achieve your next step. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I love the Podcasters Lounge because we get to hang out and talk a bunch of stuff. I love it. But at the same time, we are all powerful people. And the problem is, the mainstream world out there, most everyone is a whiner and a crybaby, and they just give all their power away. And they blame everybody else. So I'm just saying that I'm really happy to talk with anyone or work with anyone who really wants to get their thing going, because it can be done. And it's fun, dude. It's right. Isn't it fun being on a mission? Anyway, one of the things I thought of starting was a mastermind group, which I know a lot of people have started mastermind groups and stuff, but the idea I had. So, anyway, we'll see what happens. Yeah, Mike McCallan, he was on Facebook, then he moved. Wait, are the comments getting cut off? Oh, on top slightly, right? Yeah, alright, that's better. We really are high-tech here in the Podcasters Lounge. So, well, I have, if you guys are here on previous streams, one thing I did was I played a couple of games, and one was the DB Challenge, which here are the winners. I didn't win. Neither did you, Bandrew. Oh yeah, Mike, your podcast masterminds tonight. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. Masterminds are I mean, I can't even describe or convey how powerful and helpful mastermind groups are. It's crazy. So, by the way, do you ever see this book? I think you could see that. 4,000 questions for getting to know anyone and everyone. So, one thing I thought of doing with this book is literally like every time I'm interviewing anyone, just literally flip open the book to a random page and just ask a random question. So what if I was to ask you, oh man, what is something you wish for your mother? Think about that. Anyway. And don't get crazy over there, people. Oh, here's another question. Should men be made to have babies? What does that even mean? Anyway. Sorry, I bumped the mic. Anyway, so here's my point of bringing up the DB challenge, which I did not win. Happiness. Yeah, Bandrew's, yeah, oh man, I can't wait till Bandrew, you're amping up your whole production, Bandrew, and I'm so happy and excited about it. Dude, well, I don't have to tell you, but you should make videos at every little step of the way. I mean, because everybody wants to see how you're putting your stuff together and everything. So anyway, the DB challenge, here's what I want to tell you. I was doing the DB challenge on the stream. When I'm on the stream, you could see I'm wearing headphones. Great. And they're good, they're nice headphones, the Sennheiser HD650s, which we've been talking about. But I don't have my SonarWorks on to flatten out the EQ. But they're pretty flat anyway, right? So when I listen through these headphones, I can hear pretty good, but like my confidence level is not 100%. My confidence level is like 90. So when I was on the stream playing the DB challenge, right? It was good, and I did okay, and I got better as I went along. Here's the thing. Remember, they gave me 5 more chances, and I did 1 on the stream, and I had 4 more chances left. So last week, after the stream ended, I literally, like, I was, you know, posting the video and stuff like that, and then I remembered, oh, the contest ends tomorrow. I better do those four other tries that I have. I went to the website, I put on my studio monitors with the SonarWorks, and dude, I killed it. Like, I got through the DB challenge 4 times so fast, and I swear I probably missed 2 or 3 the entire time. It just, like, instantaneously I knew the answer, and I was just, I mean, it was crazy. It just goes to show that I told you guys this, my studio monitors, or anyone's studio monitors, are the main monitors for like a mix engineer, like someone who's serious about mixing. Your near field monitors are, that's where you know what you're hearing, and it just proved it, man. I wish I should have done a screenshot or something, but I just was trying to get through it, right? But man, on my regular speakers, I'm so comfortable, so at home, and I know what I'm hearing so well that it was nutty. Anyway, but I didn't win, so I'm a loser. Okay, do you guys see this article? Audio interface for females sparks outcry. You guys probably heard of this. Yeah, audio interface for females sparks outcry. Look at it. It looks like a makeup case or whatever. I don't even know what you call it. Right, with a mirror. And it sparked outcry. Because why? Because all the females were like, who do you think we are? What do you think we've been to me? You know, and okay, fine, it's a fair reaction. Anyway, I think they took it off the market. The backlash from the ladies was so much that I think they literally just took it off the market. But I don't know. What do you guys think of this? I mean, it's pretty... First of all, it's just stupid. It's a stupid idea. Like, what... Like, why? Like, why? Why not just have some buttons and that's your interface? Hello, that's what everyone does. But anyway, but in terms of marketing and getting attention, look at this. Right? David IO Game, what's up, man? Who are you? Introduce yourself. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the donations. Actually, no, I'm kidding. I'm not taking donations yet. I'm such a newbie streamer that I'm not accepting donations. I don't even know how to accept donations yet. Who am I? Who are you? Wait, someone's calling me now. I don't know why I'm getting a bunch of crank calls from the area code and 3-digit exchange of my own phone number. So like the phone numbers that call me, it's literally almost my exact phone number. It's just like some of the last 4 digits are different. And you answer, it's either nothing or I don't know. Or it's something that you opt out of, but then they just keep calling. It's so scary. It's just it's crazy. So anyway, this, you know, the audio interface for women sparked an outcry. There's another picture of it. What do you guys think of this? Would you buy one? Well, I don't think it's even available anymore. One person watching on Facebook. Yes, thank you. Hello. By the way, if you comment on Facebook, well, I could see it because I'm sort of I think I could see it. But anyway, if you join by YouTube or Twitch, you can comment and everyone will see it on the screen. Hey, wait, Bandrew, you should really get one of these and review it, dude. Dude, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. That's it. I'm stopping the stream right now. That's the $1 million idea of the day. All right, let's move on. By the way, Pro Sound News, huh? I never really look at this website. So Auphonic, you guys know Auphonic. I should ask you guys, what news items struck your fancy today? Well, today's the day after election day, so right, all the news was the election stuff and yada yada. Of course, this is a no. What are we gonna call it? A no politics zone, or whatever. We're in a lounge. We're chilling. Yeah, Bandrew, you have to. You have to. I'm telling you. I don't know. Anyway, maybe I should do it. Maybe I should try to get one too for the lounge. So Auphonic is, if you don't know, you probably know Auphonic. It's you can upload your audio and process your audio and get the levels right. You can just tag your MP3s. A lot of stuff in Auphonic is really good for podcasters. And they just, within the last 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks, they're announcing, here, I'll show you. Here's a new production. If you're gonna upload your audio, then you get to choose all these choices here. You know, you can enter metadata, you can choose your output file type and all that. But look down here, this is the real deal. So audio algorithms, you got your adaptive leveler, and these are advanced parameters. So they added a bunch of advanced parameters. Now, I did a video on this about a month ago when Georg from Auphonic sent me an email and he's like, hey, we put some new parameters in there. If you want to try it out, go ahead. And so I did, and it's pretty cool, man. Really cool. I have a video on YouTube on the Podcast Engineering School channel about that. But since then, they changed the layout of this. Like, it still has the same functionality, pretty much. But it just looks different, and some of the titles of the drop downs are slightly different, whatever. But the big news is tomorrow on the Podcast Engineering Show, Guess who's going to be my guest? Yeah, well, Jim Collison, this was 2 weeks ago. So tomorrow, the episode that drops is going to be Georg Holtzmann. He's the founder of Auphonic. And I had him on the show, and we literally went nutty talking about all the advanced parameters. Really awesome to hear explanation directly from him. And also to get the practical application side from me. And it's just a really, really good interview. Oh, thanks, Heather. Yeah, the Jim Collison episode was good. I enjoyed it. And so tomorrow's episode with Georg Holtzmann is really good too. And just so you know, like in the episode, there's a lot of times that I reference trying out the features, and I would say like, oh yeah, so Georg, this drop down here is called such and such, and when I click it, these are my options. And he would, pretty much every time I said anything like that, he'd be like, so that's gonna change like within a week. It's not gonna be called that anymore, but it'll be similar. So one thing you have to know is that on my episode with him, all the changes that he was talking about, they're there now. So they're up on Auphonic. So one thing he said you could do is you just have to contact Auphonic and ask for the advanced parameters, and they will, well, you need an Auphonic account, which is free. So just get a free account, email those guys and say, hey, look, I heard about your advanced parameters from Chris Curran. And can I try the advanced parameters? And he said they'll do it. They'll turn on the advanced parameters so that when you come into this, you know, when you start making a new production and you're uploading your audio and you're telling what output you want, now you can also really start to mess with the advanced parameters. Bandrew, yes, bought the downloadable software. It's the same thing. It is. Yeah, the downloadable software is the same thing, so I'm assuming that, you know, they can give you some update where you can update it and then the advanced parameters will show, I would think. Yeah. And also there's multi-track Auphonic, which I can't remember. I think I did ask them if they're going to implement these advanced parameters within multi-track Auphonic. I can't remember if I asked them that or not. So, anyway, multi-track Auphonic is just really awesome too. So that's the news on Auphonic, and tomorrow's episode is going to be really cool. Where's Barry? You know, he's about 14 feet away. Barry, you want to come over here? All right, hold on. Barry's going to come over here. I got to get a chair for Barry. 1 sec. All right. I'm just going to get a chair for Barry. No, Barry's really here. Barry is really here with me, okay? He's not just a sound clip, all right? Contrary to popular demand. Whoa, you hear that? You hear that? That's my little glitchy... Well, when I plug in my iPad. But wait. You guys gonna be able to hear this? Wait, where... Barry, you happy to join join us in the Podcasters Lounge?
Oh, forget it.
Do you guys hear that?
Oh, forget it.
Type in what Barry said if you heard that. I turned him up a lot too. Maybe that's too much. We'll try that. Oh, you can hear Barry? Oh, forget it. Hey, Barry, it's hard to think of questions for Barry, okay? Barry, what do you think of me trying to figure out a question to ask you?
It's a mess.
It's a mess. Barry, what do you think of the whole Apple being the main directory for podcasts? What do you think of their setup over there at whatever they got?
It's a mess.
Yeah. Do you think they're ever going to get their act together?
Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. All right. So that's Auphonic. All right, it's 36 past the hour. So everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and liking and all that crap. We're on Twitter as well, the Pod Lounge. So anyway, I'm happy you guys to see a lot of you back here. It really means a lot. And again, like, I mean, I'm doing my thing here, whatever I'm doing, but I really like talking to you guys, and I really like helping you guys. So seriously, if you have a question or something with your podcast or something having to do with podcasting that you need help with, or maybe even your business, if you really want to, if you want to maybe allow me to try to help you, ask a question. So, yeah, Mike McCallan, probably Twitch and YouTube are the best for comments and questions. So Facebook should be good too, but it's the chat functionality is not working with Facebook. Yeah, Mike Mike has a rash. wait.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Barry, what is Mike McCallan gonna need to get rid of his rash? Just Barry, speak directly to Mike McCallan, okay?
You're gonna need a couple of horses or a couple of mules.
All right, what's next? Google Podcasts for Android now lets you share episodes and shows. Yes, couple of horses or a couple of mules. And you guys ever see that picture? I'm gonna one of our listeners. Hey, look, there's 4 notifications for Pod Lounge. Oh, no. Here, I'm gonna find it real quick. So I'm gonna be zipping down through the screen. So don't hurt your eyes. I'm looking for a picture that's really funny. With did you guys ever see that picture of me? Again, I'm scrolling quick, so don't try to follow it. I don't want you to hurt your eyes. Ever see that picture of me on the? One of the listeners made a picture of me on. There's 2 horses. There it is. You're gonna need a couple horses, a couple mules. Yeah, that's it. Isn't that anyone want to screenshot that? Oh. Imagine someday if this stream is like a really big stream. One thing I like. There's a bunch of big Facebook groups, and I wish I could just tell those groups that I'm streaming. Again, I mean, okay, I mentioned my school, but I'm not selling my school, and we're just hanging out. So I wish I could somehow let all these big groups of podcasters know that we're streaming. This is a weird song, isn't it? You guys hear that? I'm gonna fast forward. All right, that was weird, right? Okay, so Google Podcasts, right? They're, you know, the Google Podcasts has only been out, what, a couple months, maybe 3 months, I don't know. Not long, but it's good though. They're kind of adding features all the time, and it's pretty cool. So now they added a share feature. So again, I'm not big on Google Podcasts, although here's this picture of course, Joe Rogan's up there. Joe Rogan, I like Joe Rogan. You guys like Joe Rogan? I like him because he breaks through all the BS, right? I think that's why most people like him, right? Plus, he gets big guests, right? So, well, because he's built it up over time, right? Yeah. Thank you, Bandrew. You nailed it. Joe, he's a great interviewer. He's naturally curious. Totally. It's so real, right? And that's the beauty of podcasting. That's the beauty of human beings who are just genuine. So anyway, I don't know. Do you guys use Google Podcasts? I don't. I mean, I have it on my phone because, I mean, I have a ton of podcasting apps on my phone. Do you guys have a zillion? I have so many. It's like I have Anchor. Well, I have Anchor again, and the reason I have these is just because I need to see it. because I'm in the podcasting industry. I have to know what I'm talking about to some extent. And so I need to check out an app. Now I'm on Android, so I can't use that one app. What's that one? The like pretty much widely known as the best podcasting app, but it's for iOS only. I forget the name of it. Pocket Casts. Well, Pocket Cast is good. I think you can get that for Android as well, but it costs money. The eldest bro uses Google Play Music. Oh, then move to the podcasting app. Cool. I got Spotify in here. I got SoundCloud. I never listen to SoundCloud and really never listen to Spotify. Well, Ringer I got. Google Podcasts. I got Pandora. And that's it. Oh, and Podcast Addict. That's my main... Yeah, Heather's is Pocket Cast. Okay, mine is Podcast Addict, which is pretty good. Overcast, that's the one. Thank you, Bandrew. Overcast on iOS. Apparently that app is really awesome with the variable speed and, you know, just probably a million features. So, but anyway, later in the stream, or maybe I should just talk about it now. Might be a good juncture to talk about it. What was I gonna? Boom. Anyway, what I was gonna tell you is about my phone. I told you I returned my Google Pixel 3, and now I got my old phone back. But I think I did tell you. I think I'm gonna wait to buy a Samsung Galaxy S10, or I'll buy a Chevy S10. One of those, either a Samsung Galaxy S10 or a Chevy S10. Do they still make Chevy S10s? I owned a Chevy S10 at one point in my life. Yes. All right. So Google Podcast. There you go. All right. The best podcast for falling asleep. You guys have trouble falling asleep? I don't. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I go to bed and I'm not ready to actually fall asleep, so I'll just like look at my phone or, you know, just maybe meditate a little, do something. You still have your S10? It's a 2000. All right, we need pictures. I think you ought to know I got a new Mac Mini. And I'm not opening it up because I'm watching this. That's how much I like you, Chris. Oh, Bandrew, thank you, brother. You got a new Mac Mini. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm looking forward to hear how you're going to use that. Exactly. An 07 Chevy Silverado. Oh, I always wanted a Silverado. Back in the late 80s when I was in high school. There was a kid who was about 4 years older than me. So, like, but as soon as I got to high school, he was already just out of high school, and he had a Chevy Silverado, and it was awesome. And I was like, oh, dude, I want that. But anyway, I ended up getting a Ford Bronco XLT. 1978 Ford Bronco XLT, green and white. Stupid powerful engine, just redonkulous. Anyway, the best podcast for falling asleep. I don't know, like, one of my issues with listening to anything as I'm falling asleep is that I can, like this girl, I think it's a girl, or this person on the screen is laying flat on their back with headphones on. Okay, fine. But when I sleep, I like to sleep on my side, right? Do you guys do that? So if I have headphones or earbuds or anything, I can't really lay on my side and actually start to really get tired and go to bed. So I could start on my back, but then I gotta go to my side. That's how I am. And then I end up usually on my stomach, I think. Anyway, I don't know how you guys sleep, but put a speaker under my pillow. Genius! You know what I really want, though? This is what I want. And Bandrew, you may even know who makes this. Oh, and we got 14 minutes till our special guest is going to arrive. But, you know, like, if you're laying down in bed with your smartphone, and you're holding it up with your arm, then your arm gets tired. So I wanted like a boom arm, like this boom arm. I wanted some sort of boom arm to come off the wall behind my bed and just hold my phone right there. Can I get that? You know, just maybe even this boom arm. I could get a, I'll get like a Heil or a Rode boom arm and I'll just put it above my bed where I sleep and just boom it down. No? Oh, there's a link. Bandrew posted a link. Oh, you really did. Wait, can I click on that? Oh, I opened it here. Let me open it here. Dude! That's it. All right. $23! You can't go wrong. Oh, man. All right, we're going to leave. Just wall-mounted TV. Yeah, that'd be good, but in our bedroom, it's not a small room. It's a big room, so the wall, the far wall or the side wall, it's too far for a TV. Unless I got like, you know, a 200-inch TV. The whole wall should be a TV. Come on. Drew Ackerman, who does Sleep With Me podcast, is in my mastermind group tonight. Yes! Mike McCown. I think I knew that. Yeah, because you mentioned it to me earlier, but that's awesome. Yeah, the best podcast for falling asleep. He's got to be on the list. All right, Desert Oracle Radio. Okay, I never heard of that one. Then you got Mythos. Storytelling and historical education. Okay, maybe it's just real mellow. In Our Time. Okay. Story Not Story. Oh, there it is. Sleep With Me is the most famous Sleepy Time podcast. 700 episodes. You know what? I saw him speak, or I heard him speak, yeah, at one of the podcasting events, and it was actually kind of remarkable how, I don't know what it is, just the tone of his voice and the pacing. It really does sort of just like, it relaxes you. I don't know. 4,000 patrons. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really awesome. That's what we need to get Bandrew up to 4,000 patrons. And because then he'll have the money when, you know, in Bandrew's videos, and if you haven't watched, go to Podcasted's YouTube channel. When he throws the box over his shoulder, right? That's when you say, what do you say when you throw the box? You say, oh, let's see what's in the box, I think, and then you throw it. I want to. Well, you did say you get a lot more crazy, but I want to see you throw the box like out the window. I want to see you in the yard just like smashing it with a sledgehammer, and I don't know, we can the production value once you have 4,000 patrons, you know, I'm sure you'll ramp it up. Everything is alive. The Catapult. I don't know. I haven't listened to any of these. Listen different. Oh, get Bluetooth headphones. That's their suggestion. That's one of them. Get a cheap pair or a pair that can take a beating. Yeah. Lore! Well, there you go. There's the best podcast for falling asleep. Or you can just listen to my show. I think that puts people to sleep. And on that note, right, that's Barry laughing. I should get more clips of Barry laughing. You guys remember this one?
Beans, coffee, and biscuit, and a little piece of fat back.
All right, what else we got? We got a lot. See, 9 minutes to our special guest, and then we'll see. All right, Please fix podcasting before it jumps the shark. Oh, here, Bandrew shared another link. Cozy Phone Sleep Headphones. Oh, it's like a little, well, yeah. Well, yeah, that, I don't know. I don't know what I can say and I can't say, but... Oh, God. You know, that's the problem. If you listen to comedians like Bill Burr and stuff, it's like, you know, if you're, you know, mid-late 40s or 50s, like when we grew up, it was just a different time, right? You could call people certain names, and it didn't, you know, it just was a general insult. It wasn't like it's anything serious, but of course now you can't do that, which is probably better. So, wow. What's with the music today? I guess it's okay, right? Yeah, a little energetic. So, a once promising medium risks being squandered in the sea of sameness and self-indulgence. Well, look, the medium is the medium. Now, what you put through the medium is different. But yeah, I mean, well, so on a technical note, I've been talking about this for years and years and years, ever since I got into podcasting, and I heard the absolute rubbish of some shows, just horrendous audio, and I'm like, this isn't good. And now, first of all, it's not good because it's hard to listen to those podcasts, right? For many reasons, which I've talked about all the time. Secondly, think about this. Let's say you have a friend at work, and one day you're like, hey, do you listen to podcasts? And your friend says, no, what's a podcast? And you're like, hey, it's easy. It's just like audio on demand, and you just get an app for your phone. So here, download Podcast Addict real quick. And the guy downloads it, and now here, search for Bandrew Says. And you search for Bandrew Says, and then you click, yeah, go ahead and click subscribe. Oh, subscribe. And now click episodes. Oh, episodes, cool. And now just click on one, click play. And your friend is getting excited, like, oh man, oh, this is cool. This is a podcast show. It's free. And then he clicks play. And of course, Bandrew Says sounds great, but what if it was like, you know, Johnny Sixpack's podcast, and then he clicks play, and it's like, it sounds like Johnny Sixpack is underwater, garbled, coming through a phone, through Skype, through a speaker on a table, right? And then he listens for like 5-10 seconds and is like, oh, this is, ugh. And then he turns it off. He goes, oh, this is what podcasts are? That's the danger. It's not that your show, that's not that a certain show sounds like crap. It's that people are going to judge podcasting based on the crappy sound of that show. So anyway, it's okay. It's a natural process, I think, but it's just going to take a lot longer for people to start listening to podcasts, and it's going to take longer for people who produce podcasts to make it sound better. So I think all that is definitely happening. It's just taking longer to unfold, which I don't know if that's a bad thing. I don't think it is. I don't know. Well, first of all, people like you and me, I'm sure if you're watching this or if you listen to my show, hopefully the quality of your show is pretty good. And that means that we have an advantage right now, right? We have an advantage. Because people listen to our show and they're like, oh wow, this is nice, this is good. So, sounds like a Yeti. We should do, Bandrew Says, if people do judge it like that, then they're short-sighted. If they see a crappy YouTube video, they just move on. If they hear a bad podcast, they hate the whole medium. Well, yeah, I mean, not everyone hates the whole medium because of one show sounded bad. My point was only that, and thanks for allowing me to clarify it. My point is that the quality of the first podcast that a person listens to, that quality, it does have an impact on someone's first impression of podcasting and all that. So that's all. I mean, like I said, yeah, I think you're right. It doesn't mean they hate the whole medium, but But it has an effect. It really does. Because think about what people are comparing it to. They're comparing it to in their car turning on the radio, which if you have good reception, radio sounds pretty good, except the fact that it's compressed to all hell and limited beyond belief. And if you're sitting in a quiet, if you heard that in a quiet environment, it would sound very unnatural. But driving down the road, it sounds okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I think podcasting is right. I mean, podcasting is fine as far as the growth of the whole medium. So this article here, please, once promising medium risks being squandered in the sea of sameness and self-indulgence. I don't think it'll be squandered. I just think it'll take longer to catch on and all that. And also podcast producers are going to learn more how to do it right and what kind of content to put out, It's almost like in the beginning of podcasting, and even now, people think they can just start a show and interview people, and they can connect on Skype, and everyone can sound like absolute rubbish, and they can just put it out. And, oh, I have a podcast, and they think that's good enough. And, maybe in 2007 that was okay. But, I'm just shortening up all my applications. They were a little too far over. Blocking the... Oh, wait, you could see all this as I'm doing that, right? Anyway, so what does this article say? Podcast advertising is getting worse, not better. Yeah, I mean... besides, a few ads that Gimlet does, I don't think any ads are good, ever. I mean, I guess they have to be necessary in a lot of ways, in a lot of situations. I guess there's podcasts that want to make some money, and having ads is a good way, but no one ever wants ads. So when you stick them in, you're guaranteed that your listener's going to go, oh God, here's an ad. I mean, literally, who does not do that? When they hear an ad, who does not in their mind think, oh God, a freaking ad, right? Everyone. So that's why I really, and I'm sure you do too, I really appreciate the individuals who do a show or have a YouTube channel and they just do good work and they don't have a sponsor. Isn't that the best? Anyway, that's why those people are being supported these days through Patreon and through other things. I mean, for me, it's a little different because I have my school. So I talk about my school a little bit, but I'm not hard selling my school, right? So discovery and navigability are as bad now as they were in 2006. Well, I don't know if that's 100% true, but it's certainly true that finding podcasts and listening and all that it's still not simple. Like YouTube, simple. You go there, you search, you find something, you click subscribe or you click play. That's all it is. But podcasting, there's so many more moving parts. Here's a good graph of podcasting over the years, which, look, this is the best thing about it. It's just going up and up and up. And it ain't going to stop for a long time. Podcasting is just going to keep going up and up and up. Too much podcast content is too indulgent. Well, of course. People just like to hear themselves talk. And the other great indulgence of podcasting is confirmation therapy. I don't know what does that mean? Oh, some podcasts are like echo chambers. Okay. There's not enough experimentation with form. Well, whatever. Maybe there could be more experimentation, but probably the reason is that to experiment and to do new things, it takes time and effort. You know, editing even just doing a straight interview show takes a bunch of time and effort. And now if you're going to start, weaving in audio pieces and creating several different pieces for each episode, the timing is going to go way, way up. So, all right, let's see if Addie's ready to go. Hopefully I can monitor that. So yeah, I mean, in general, it's like podcasting is a great medium because it's open to everyone. That's the great thing. But then the bad thing is that most of the quality is not that good, and most of the content is it's either mediocre or less or worse than mediocre. So it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. And I think in the long run, it's all good. It's all good. You know what I mean? See? All right. Anyway, I don't want to miss Addie when she's ready to come on the show, but the next article. This is on wave.co, right? This is Wave. Wave is that the social media sharing tool where you can upload like a minute of audio or something. Oh, I think she might be ready. Let's see. Ready. So what do I do? Let me try to video call her. Let's try and video call her.
Hi.
Wow, that was easy.
That was really easy.
Wow, I just was like, let me try calling her. And you're here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How are you, Addie?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Addie,
this is a really easy. Yes.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, I've been telling people all about you for an hour, so you've been so hyped up, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out how it's. Well, no, I think we could chat for a minute like this. There's a slapback echo on her voice. That's what Bandrew said. So we have ways. We have ways of muting people, Bandrew. That's Bandrew Scott, by the way.
Cool.
Mr. Podcastage. Do you know him, Addie?
I don't.
Oh, wait. See, now we can't hear. Oh, see. All right. Wait. Speaker's muted. What does that mean?
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Wait, hold on.
Test 1, 2.
Why does it say speaker's muted? All right. Well, that didn't work. So everyone's getting a real-time... All right, you should be back now.
Test 1 2 3.
Yeah, you should be back, but the only thing is... are we really hearing a slapback? I'm not
back.
hearing it. We don't need that. You ever use Audio Hijack, Addie?
No, this is the first time I'm seeing it being used live. I've heard of it from like Ray Ortega and a couple other friends, and they love it. But I don't have a use for it because my setup is pretty simple.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty... Well, wait a minute. Where did I see that message from Band... Well, now I'm really confused.
Because I'm not... I have earbuds. Nothing's going through the computer. Everything's routed properly.
It should sound okay. Hey, Bandrew, can you comment again? Or anyone? Can you comment? And if there's a little...
Rehearsing? There's no rehearsing.
Oh, someone said we should rehearse?
Asking that we didn't rehearse.
No, it's called, you just do a live stream and you're like, hey, Addie, you want to hang out? Okay, just call me on Skype. That's it.
Yeah, just have fun.
See, now my chat, though, it's not moving at all.
Is it still there? Is the echo still there?
I don't know.
I'm gonna check the chat room through my phone.
Yeah, I'm refreshing the chat.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, I mean, how many podcast episodes have all of us done where it's like it takes like 25 minutes to connect with the guest, to sound check, and oh, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
It's part of being live and going live is seeing our tech get a little wonky.
Right? Yes, his chat froze. So, yeah, my chat froze, so I think it's back. So, are you guys hearing any weird delay on Addie's voice? And Addie, where in California are you?
Los Angeles area.
Los Angeles area. She lives in a mansion on the coast. It's a Yeah, but the problem is, so the echo's still there, but whatever I did turned off the Skype block, fixed it. So let me try. I think I know what I might have to do. Do you ever use Ecamm call recorder?
No.
Right? Well, no, not the call recorder, the Ecamm Live. That's how we're...
Oh, I've used the recorder back when Skype didn't allow the recording, but never Ecamm Live.
See, the chat's coming up here. Wow, that's weird. So how do I... All right, I'm going back and forth. But what the... See, Arik Levy was on with me last time, and he was helping me figure it out. So, so we've been going nuts. We've been going over all kinds of news stories and stuff. So we're gonna continue with that. I think we should just continue with that now. Let me try to see if I can figure this out later. So we just had a lot of discussion, Addie, about please fix podcasting before it jumps the shark. A once promising medium risks being squandered in a sea of sameness and self-indulgence. And well, I had a lot of points to say about that, but it's an interesting article, but I don't think podcasting is in trouble at all. Like, I think it's fine. It's growing very slowly, and right? How long have you been
around?
Yeah.
It's been around for a very long time. I always ask, like, who's writing this article? How long have they known about podcasting? You have to go to the source, but podcasting is doing really well. Every single year it keeps growing. I think Edison Research every single year releases some research that they do.
Right.
And it shows you year over year, it just increases both in listenership and people being aware of the medium. And they're now knowing, I think grandmas now know how to actually find podcasts on their devices. So I don't think it's broken.
Right? Yeah. It's just taken a while. So I'm still trying to figure out this mute the desktop sound. So
yeah,
all right, Adam,
I have all of my audio turned off.
You should, yeah, from your end, you should be fine. So let's do this. Why don't you give us tell us your story while I'm figuring out the tech here. Tell us your whole story about, obviously kind of briefly, but how you found out about podcasting and what you started doing. Cause now we were looking at it earlier, the podcast planner. Oh yeah. So tell us your story while I'm figuring out what's going on.
So this is going to go back to 2009, 2008. Well, first back off. 2007. Let's go to 2007. I was at a job where there was no music. It was very boring, a lot of white noise because I was in a clean room lab building satellite parts and things like that. It was very boring because all you're hearing is humming noise. It's a very white room, no windows because it's proprietary, secret components. So I was very super bored and tired of hearing the top 20 music over and over and over. So somehow, I don't know how, I just discovered that some talk radio station was available through podcasts. Started loading up it was, I think, the 3rd edition iPhone. I started loading up as many episodes as I can so I can be entertained while I'm working. And I thought, wow, this is pretty neat. I've always wanted to be in radio. I've always loved the arts of sound and music and just talk and communicating and the different stories that people share when they're on a radio show. So then after a while, just being so fascinated by it, I started to take an audio engineering class at the local community college and just taking as many classes as I can, but then soon realized, wait a minute, like radio and even audio engineering in itself, the field, it's a man's world and it's really hard to get into it. So what I did was I saw podcasting as an opportunity that's like low barrier to entry. I didn't have to find an agent or find somebody to convince to give me a shot at radio. I can just learn, which is what I was doing in class anyways, learning the tech, the microphones, the mixers and all that stuff, and just applying that knowledge for podcasting. And so after, I think, giving it a shot, after I figured like I got all the equipment that I needed, I probably bought more than I really did need. I just went crazy spending. I gave podcasting a shot back in 2012 and launched my first show around this time in 2012. And that was the beginning of my podcasting journey of realizing, wait a minute, like I can have all the equipment. What am I saying? What do I have to share? I created a show that was just like timeless topics of all this mishmash of this and that, and it just made no sense. And it was no wonder I did have an audience, but it wasn't retainable. So then that kind of jumps the shark over to, I don't know why I'm mixing up all my phrases, but from there, I started just exploring, like, what does it take to really make a podcast? How was the editing done from just not music, but how do you do it for audio and get that format done both in content and audio wise? And then soon thereafter, I started making friends in the space, and people asked me like, hey, you know how to podcast? Can you edit my show? Can you produce it? Can you publish it? So then that kick-started off this journey of producing, editing. Can you edit my show? Can you produce it? Can you publish it? And now I can do myself. So then that kick-started off this journey of,
oh my God, wait,
producing.
What? Sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry.
Started off this.
No, we're okay now. We're done. Sorry. Keep going.
Oh, that's all good. I hope, is the chat room still hearing an echo?
No, we got rid of the echo.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to figure out how to have us both on the screen, but continue your
okay
story.
So yeah, I think that kicked off 3 years of just production and realizing that I wasn't the only one having the issue of being consistent and knowing what to podcast, what's the format, studying different types of show, interview-based, storytelling-based, solo monologue shows, educational. So all of that kickstarted that journey of trying to break that down, creating little templates for customers and clients and saying, hey, give this a shot. And then just through their feedback, being told, like, you should make a book. And I thought they were crazy. And I just decided, after I kept hearing that a couple times, I said, okay, let me give this book thing a shot. And then that's pretty much where the podcast planner was born. And from there, I've just been providing as much information as I can to podcasters on how to add more structure to their podcast, not just for the sake of structure or sounding like it's a radio show. Not at all. It's just a matter of knowing how to deliver what's in your head, get into that creative zone fast as possible, and just create episodes, episode by episode, in a format that makes the listener come back for more. Because a lot of the times people just hit record for their podcast, especially business podcasts. They'll just hit record and they're mumbling and ranting about how their day went when it has nothing to do with the main topic. And that discourages a lot of audiences. And they said, no, this is not for me. It's too much. So yeah, from there, I've just been on, the podcast planner has propelled me forward in different types of the podcasting space, doing speaking gigs. I created the online course for the planner the beginning of this year. and did a couple other speaking gigs with Podcast Movement, and then recently hired by Simplecast back in August. So here we are, just having fun in the podcasting space.
Yes, we are. It is fun. That's one thing that I love about the whole podcasting industry and all that. It's like, it's pretty fun. I mean, I guess because the other thing is like a lot, you know, you've probably seen a lot of people come into podcasting and then they might hit it hard for like 3 months and then they're like, then they pod fade and that, you know what I mean? Then they disappear. So I think the people who stick around are the people who learn just how to have fun. Because if to do anything for a long time, you got to have fun and you got to just relax and be yourself.
Yeah, you have to. Even if it's for your business or you want to tell serious stories, you just have to find the purpose of why you're doing it and just have fun with it. Don't take yourself too serious. Just allow yourself to go with the creative flow. Allow yourself to share the information that you have. In the end, you're just having a conversation with your audience, and whether that's being shared with like what we're doing, an interview, or just topic-based type of show, it comes down to sharing stories and a conversation. Make that available to your audience.
Right. That's when you quit, Mike, when it isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
So I want to get into, well, first of all, you're working with Simplecast. I'm going to just pull that up. So describe Simplecast. I'm going to change scenes over there.
So Simplecast is the platform that allows creators to publish their audio on the internet, making it very easy with the tools that we provide, such as, just publishing. You hit publish, it syndicates out to all the directories you have submitted your podcast to. We give you a website that's really clean, very easy to use, very easy to customize, and you're not doing the double work of copy and pasting all the show notes and all that stuff. We also recently released a tool called Recast, which is essentially an audiogram tool. You're probably seeing all these audiograms on social media. You have to get another service, possibly pay for it. It takes a lot of work because you have to be precise on the type of clip that you add. Whereas on Simplecast, it's included in your subscription. Within your dashboard, in a matter of seconds, you can create these audiograms automatically. And it just saves people so much time. And it's consistent with the branding and the colors. If you want to use a different image, you can. So that's it in a nutshell. We have many cool things coming. As you can see on the top banner, we're working on releasing a new revamped version of our current platform.
Cool. All right. Well, that's Simplecast. And then I'm still figuring out this Ecamm thing, man. This is nutty. But so let's, okay. Here's where we were. How to get guests to share your podcast episodes on social media. So Addie, and look, this is from Wave, right?
Is it from Wave?
Wave.co, yeah.
Well, Wave is an audiogram tool, which is one of the ways to share your podcast or get your guests to share it. In the end, the rule is make it super simple for them to share your episode. Don't just say, hey, your episode is live. I would appreciate if you share it. Like, that just leaves them like, well, okay, where's the link? And is there an image out there that I can use? When you provide a click to tweet, something that you've quickly scripted up, hyperlink it with that click to tweet, then the guest is able to just click it, easily share it. There's no time wasted in it other than just reading the email, seeing that text like, hey, I've made some pre-scripted stuff. You can modify the text if you like, but here's the click to tweet. Here's the audiogram that's very easy to upload onto the social platform that you wish. That's my point of view. Just make it super, super easy to share your episode, for your guests to share your episode.
Yeah, but so I love that idea in theory. And the thing is, though, to me, and maybe it's just a learning curve, but everything doing what you just talked about, for me, it seems to take so much time. And like, I don't know how to do it, and I got to figure it out. And then, is that just like when I first start doing it? Is that a learning curve thing?
Pretty much. It's like everything. It's like your podcast, right? When you first start it, it's a learning curve, and then you get into this flow. I highly believe if you follow the podcast planner, I believe in templates. So templatize wherever you can. The click to tweets, you're going to find a rhythm that there is so much you can pre-text for your guest and create a click to tweet out of that. But once you've learned that, the process is very easy to just just fill the proper fields of here's the guest name, insert, create the click to tweet. Also, I think the other big question is, do you want to put all that effort on your guest? Sometimes guests you shouldn't put that obligation on your guest to share your episodes either. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one. So that's the reason when I bring on new clients, and again, I wish I could put you and me on the little camera in the bottom, but I can't figure out how to put us both down there like I did with Arik Levy. When almost inevitably when I get a new client and I'm going to start producing their podcast, it comes up that, well, yes, of course, we're going to share our episode, but the client believes that every one of their guests is going to be sharing their episodes like crazy. And I actually tell them, now, I tell them, look, in theory, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
But it literally doesn't happen. Like, I don't care. And the bigger the name person, the less likely they are to share it.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to really work hard for any guest to share your show, for them to feel like it's share worthy. And you're very right. The more popular the guest is, the least they're willing to share your show. And it's the nature of interviewing. Not everybody's going to share it. Expect nobody to share it, and just be really grateful when a guest actually does. But one way of encouraging or taking that step forward of having guests share episodes is doing the work for them. And that is, here's a click to tweet. Here's a scripted Facebook post where it's very general. Try to get their voice or their persona into that text, and also put that disclaimer. Change the text as you wish, but there's the description, there's the link. Here's some promo images if you want. But like you said, it takes a lot of work. If you're willing to do that work, do it. But also at the same time, don't expect all guests to follow through. It's almost impossible. We've been doing this for years and years, and we've seen the rate of people who actually do it. It's pretty low.
Yeah, it's pretty low. So I forgot also, Addie, in Skype, I can share my screen with you, but do you know how to do that? Window, float?
Share my screen?
No, I want to share my screen with you so you can see. I'm actually looking on a browser. I'm looking at these articles on the screen. And all the viewers are seeing the articles on the screen. See, where is Arik Levy when you need him? I mean, this is more options. Hold call, start recording. Or can you even, or do I do it from, no, I think I do it from Ecamm.
To put the double square on the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
double window.
I'm not going to figure it out.
Skype should give you or actually Ecamm. Ecamm should have a video setting where it says side by side. Side by side or something like that. Video. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on my.
See, I can get the side by side when we're doing like this. Anyway, see, you can't see it though. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna open up Twitch where you're at on Twitch. Make sure that the audio is muted.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a.
And
good
then
idea.
I can just do that.
Yeah. So.
But it would still be cool to have. Oh, there you are. Cool.
Well, but you could. But there's probably a delay.
Yeah, there's a slight delay.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let me go down here. So, put together a media kit. Okay, great. Use Canva to create podcast episode images. You know, that's, again, it's like, it's easy, but like for me to go and do one image, it probably takes me 30 minutes. And I'm sorry, I don't have time to do that. And so, I mean, Addie, do people like, can podcasters hire someone to do all this kind of work for them? I mean, I'm assuming the answer is yes, but is it worth it? Is it, I don't know.
I would say just for the most part, like the majority of podcasters don't want to spend like a lot of money. They want to just be able to get their podcast out there, have their equipment, and that's just about it. But there are those podcasters that do want to have all this work done for them because they're doing it for their business, their personal brand, or they strongly believe that it's worth putting out that money to hire an agency or a producer to do all that for you. And there's a lot of services out there. If you don't find one within the range that you're looking for, because it could get pricey, it depends on what you're asking. If you just say, hey, I've edited the audio, I just want you to create these media assets for me. What is that going to cost? That's probably going to be cheaper than for most companies. What they do is, hey, we'll edit, we'll do show notes, we'll do media stuff, and here's your price. So just have that in mind. The other alternative, which I've seen a lot of people have success with, is hiring an intern or hiring, somebody from your local community college that's in media or wants to get that practice of doing this over and over again and grow their portfolio. So that's one way. Another great website that I recommend is Upwork. So up, like up, and then work.com. You can hire freelancers that are pretty affordable, and you just say, hey, this is what I need from you. Can you get this done for this amount? For this amount monthly or project wise, you set the tone, you set the rates at whatever rate you want, whether it's monthly, a flat rate, or project rate. So per episode, can you agree on this? Or, hey, would you agree on this monthly rate for my show? So upwork.com, that's another great solution.
Yeah, Fiverr. Mike McCallum says Fiverr. I mean, that's, I don't trust Fiverr. Yeah, I think I tried to do something once, and yeah, I wasn't feeling it. But yeah, but see, that's the thing though. If you know what you're doing and you know who you're looking for and you know what you want to pay, then yeah, then you go. But like, for me, the reason I don't do a lot of these things is because I don't really know what to do, and I don't know what to charge, and I don't know. I'm like so simple and straightforward.
I did it for years, and in the end, what's going to save you is just templatizing as much as you can. And it's not to say that you use the exact template every single time. You modify it so that it is unique to every guest. The text that you share with the guest, you personalize it a little bit. But for the most part, 80% of all that production can be templatized.
Got it. So that's why people should get the podcast planner, right? Jesus. Seriously. All right, everybody. All right. So let's keep going. Sound treatment hacks for any room. So wait, hold on. Let me Addie, let me switch this because I want to see what's behind you. Because
I actually have I came prepared for this question because yeah, I have a question for you.
Cool. All right. So what do you have any soundproofing in the room where you are?
So I do. In front of me, I have some homemade sound panels that are about probably as tall as me. And they're offset. So at the corner of each corner, these soundproof panels are covering that corner to offset the sound bouncing, right? But it's behind me what I would love to change. I want some soundproofing back here, but I don't know exactly. I've done some research on, the sound, the foam, which foam to buy. I could probably make some more sound panels, but I want them to have a certain design. So in your professional opinion, what would you recommend for me to have, but that it's a nice backdrop for videos like this?
Yeah. So if you see back, see that? That's So that's an egg crate foam. I found a website where you can get like a 7-foot by 8-foot piece. It's huge for $45. And I just glued some plywood to the side so I could lean it up against the wall. So I don't actually have it nailed to the wall. I could take that down and roll it up and put it in the garage or something if I needed to. like if guests were coming over, right, or something.
Yeah.
So that's something you could do, but then you could get like some sort of fabric or like linen, or just, you know, like if you had like a thick sheet, you could hang over that, or even a decorative thing. I don't know what you could do, but I'm sure you could hang something over a big piece of bland foam.
Yeah. I was thinking of making foam frames to like make some type of design back here. Probably put like a sound cloth underneath it. I just want some type of sound treatment behind me because there currently isn't. Just books. I have two bookshelves next to me, and then what you see behind me, which isn't much.
Right. So yeah, Harbor Freight moving blankets. Yeah. I know Daniel J. Lewis, he made some of his own acoustic panels, which you could do that too. There's different ways to do that. They also do make like much more stylish panels. Like you can buy a bunch of panels and space them out a little, and they kind of look cool. Looks like you're in a studio and all this. So
Yeah.
those are a little more expensive because maybe one of those panels might be $100. And then if you need like 5 or 6 or 10, you know, then.
And then it's kind of fun to make your own, right? I can probably just find the right fabric that I want on the front and just buy the materials, which it was pretty cheap to make the ones that I have. I don't know. Would you like me to just turn my camera around a little bit to show?
Yeah.
Okay. Like it's gonna get shaky. Let's see. So I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of dark back there. Do you see
it's in the
anything?
corner. Yeah, I got it.
So each wall has there's a mirror image of it on the other side.
Got it.
So that's easy to make, very cheap. I think each panel that I made was about, it came down to, I think, probably $4 each in the end.
Whoa.
Because you just buy one long piece of wood, you buy the foam that's inside, but you don't use, like, they're going to give you more than what you need. So for each panel, it's actually pretty cheap.
I
don't know if my camera's right, but anyways.
Yeah,
we'll
no,
try
it's
that.
fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, see how did I? Oh, there we go. Oh, now look who's on. Now I'm on the other side. Wait, how the heck do I? Come on! How did that happen? This is weird, right? All right, watch this. Watch this. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try one more time. Nope. All right. So, yeah. So so you can make your own, and see, I'm moving over the. Anyway, this is like I'm such a new streamer, so yeah.
It's all good.
So sound treatment is really important, and it'll make a big difference. By the way, whose bass guitar was that on the wall?
It's mine. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Get some bass and some acoustic guitar that I bought when I was like 19. Yeah, I try to play the drums too.
Cool. All right, well, we're going to have to do one of those, like at Podcast Movement or Podfest, we'll do like one of those jam sessions. Well, they did like an open mic thing with Dave Jackson, so we'll have to do that. So real quick, I'm going to be, San Francisco Podcasters Association is having me speak via the internet. I'm not going to be going to San Francisco, but it'll be Tuesday, November 13th. So anyway, I don't think, if you're not a member, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but maybe you'll be able to see the replay. So the other thing is I wanted to talk about Alexa. Oh, I said it. Hold on. Sorry, everyone. Barry, do you have an Alexa?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, he does. He's got Alexa. Oh, I keep saying it. See, I don't use it. Wait, Addie, do you use either Alexa? No. Okay.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I don't find like a purpose to get it. Like I don't know. I think I'm fine with my devices.
I hear you. We got one just because we wanted to just play some music, and like my wife sometimes listens to the news. You know, just little things, just to have it in a main area of our house, and that, you know, it's handy to play some music. But then, I don't know. As soon as it arrived, and I opened it and I plugged it in and I did all the initializing and everything, I literally knew in my gut that all these NSA people, they are listening and they're recording everything. Like, it's not even a question in my mind. And I'm not some crazy conspiracy person, but
right,
because it did happen. Somebody got recorded and it got played for someone else. And they're like, oh, sorry, that was a mistake. Like, oh, okay. Anyway, that's weird.
They're always listening. Even our phones are listening. It's no coincidence that we'll have a conversation now. I have my phone right in front of me, but then we can even have a conversation in person, and all of a sudden you see an ad based off of that conversation. Like, it's no coincidence, you guys.
Yeah, it's really not. So, see, I forgot to change the screen. Anyway, that's the Alexa screen. But anyway, I've been watching some YouTube videos of Jim Rohn. Do you ever hear of Jim Rohn?
Yeah, he's like a personal development person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. I listened to, I totally overdosed on Tony Robbins back in the 90s. And like, I went nutty in personal development. I still do, sort of. And I even wrote my own personal development book, which I mentioned earlier. But anyway, I heard some of Jim Rohn before, but I just started watching on YouTube, and it's really good. I don't know. Do you get into what do you mostly watch on YouTube, Addie?
Actually, YouTube's not one of my main things. It's usually a tutorial that I need to look up on. I went to Vid Summit recently, so there was a lot of YouTubers there. So I've just been catching up to see what those creators are doing these days, which is like Cody. I don't even know their names. Cody, Peter something. I'm so bad remembering their names, but I've been following up on those. But mainly it's just educational stuff. I need to learn how to do this or do that, or hey, how was this made? Things like that. I like to check that stuff out. But I do like Jim Rohn. What's the other one? Zig Ziglar had some interesting things to say. I have a couple books.
Yeah, it's so, I don't know. I get inspired because, as I was saying earlier in the stream, it's like we all have so much potential, and it's like we just gotta get our stuff straight and get going, you know.
Yeah.
So
have you read The Alchemist?
Yeah.
And then The Four Agreements. Like, those are some books that I've read.
Four Agreements is like, that's clearly one of the best books ever written. Like, that Absolutely. Is just crazy, outstanding. So I don't know if you can see the screen, but anyway, this is the Samsung. I'm in the spring. I'm gonna get probably the Samsung S10. You see the bent screen? Well, maybe Addie, you can't see it, but everyone else can. They might actually
about
like
it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I
don't
heard
know about that.
It makes like a weird noise, and that's kind of off-putting for a lot of people. It just makes this funky, weird noise, but they're still gonna go with it.
Or, yeah, no, it doesn't do that. All right, Anchor. Are you on Anchor, Addie? Seriously.
I tested it. I ran some tests. When it first came out, I thought it was kind of cool, the whole aspect of chatting through audio clips. And then they moved into podcasting, I think last year around this time. And yeah, I've just tested a couple things out of curiosity, but that's my answer.
Yeah, same with me. So they did, well, the title of the article is How People Listen to Podcasts. And by the way, a look at the data, but this is only Anchor data, okay? But it's not so far from what we know to be true. Apple Podcasts, 52%.
Always number one.
Spotify, 19. That's a heavy number two. I think in general, like Rob from Libsyn will tell you what Spotify is maybe 8%, something like that, overall. This is only on Anchor, by the way. So then you got Stitcher.
Are you surprised at Google Podcast number? The one that they're showing?
Not really. No, it'll take some time for that to catch on. And plus, that's not an app like the other apps. Like, not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
It's much more bare bones, and it's like, you know, it's good. So I think Google Podcasts is good for people who don't know anything, and if they click on the link, it'll open on their phone or where it'll at least give them the opportunity to hit play. I don't know.
Yeah. And it's Google juice to your content efforts.
right? So then we got all of us podcasters.
Stitcher is pretty interesting.
Which one?
The Stitcher rate. Like, Stitcher usually is pretty low.
Yeah, Stitcher is usually like seriously 1 or 2%. That's why I was like, Stitcher's really number 3?
Right.
So that's a little weird, but what was this one? This is another article from Carrie Green. He's talking about basically sharing podcasts with people who don't already listen to podcasts. Basically spreading the whole podcasting industry, not just your show, just spreading the whole idea of listening to podcasts and helping people who never have listened somehow click some app and start listening.
Yeah.
So, this is a new, well, it's a podcast business journal. I don't think it launched yet, but you can sign up for it.
Yeah.
The guys from Podfest sent this out to us. So I don't know. I don't really know what's going to be, but
I'm interested in it because I heard it's also going to be a physical publication, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's unique.
Yeah.
Although, one thing about this, hold on, I'm going to change need to change it up for the people. Wait, what the? There we go. Now it's me on the screen. During this past election, which just ended yesterday, I'm not, no joke, I literally got at least 2 pieces of mail every day that were political, trying to sell me on the...
2? Only 2?
Well, I mean every day, though. Yeah. I don't know. And mostly it was the Colorado guy. Like, the one guy... Like, you get one that says he's great, and the other one would be like, he's ripping off Coloradans, and it's like... I don't know. I don't even... Anyway, we're not going to get political, but I'm just saying that there's something to getting something physical in the mail, right?
Oh, yeah. It puts that thing or whatever's being highlighted in that piece of article, that physical article, it puts it front of mind. And I was laughing at you saying, too, because every single day I was getting at least 10 to 12 pieces of vote for this, make sure you go get this and vote this. In addition to that, getting a lot of people knocking on the door, making sure I vote for their, proposition or cause or person. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I can imagine California would be even much worse. So iMajora found this Twitch name finally. Well, who are you, iMajora? But thank you for being here. Donate, and no, you can't donate yet, sorry. Like, subscribe, what are you supposed to say? Anyway, are you running any plugins live now, Chris? No, I'm not. I'm not running anything. The only thing, well, I'm not running anything live except, well, I'm just running it through Audio Hijack. So, this is me on top here. This is my input, that's my level. So, and the thing is, I really wish I could use some plugins in Audio Hijack here. And I can. The problem is it causes latency. It'll delay my voice. Like, I tried it. It's like 200 milliseconds or more, and you can't have that because my voice and my mouth will be totally off. So that's not possible. So I'm sure there's a way around that. But again, I'm a brand new streamer. I don't know what I'm doing, and it is quarter of Addy, just so you know.
Yeah.
So did you see these NPR trainings? They have one called The Producer's Handbook to Mixing Audio Stories, and they have another one called How to Mix, 8 Steps to Master the Art of Mixing Audio Stories.
I have heard of them. They've done a lot of programs in the past where you can sign up and go in person, but I haven't heard of these 2. I think that's really neat that they continue to push for resources like that on how to and coach them through the process. Also, I think it's PRX. They've partnered with Google to do a couple programs. Spotify is doing programs. I love that. I love to hear that they're doing that for the space. Totally.
iMajora runs through Reaper into virtual audio cable. Yeah, but if you use plugins live, it's not 0 latency, right, iMajora? And if you want to give us your real name, you can, or we could call you iMajora. Or Major. I Major A. Okay. Anyway, the 8 steps to perfect the mix. Organize. Rough in levels. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Determine if you need to EQ. Determine if you need to use compression. Check edits and fades. Fine-tuning levels. Balance ambience and music. Listen to the mix. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good advice. And anyway, I'll link to these in the thing. I kind of wanted to go through and, I mean, I didn't have time to go through. But this one is, it's all about mixing. This is good stuff. I mean, for the average person too, it's like, you can tell it's not that long. They're really kind of just simplifying it enough so the average person can do it, right?
Yeah. And I recommend anybody that's actually interested in all that, just go to training.npr.org, and they have a full-on library of all these topics that you can actually read. Some of them I think a few have videos. So it's a really helpful resource if you just want to dive into that information.
Yep, there it is. I just pulled it up. Hone your craft. That's it. Or, you know what? Just go to Podcast Engineering School. Yeah, baby. All right. So Podbrief NYC, this is a new email list I just signed up for. Anyway, I don't know. And the person who does it, his name is, I forgot his name. Jonathan. Jonathan runs it. He actually, you know what he did? I think I followed him on Twitter, and then I signed up for the email list. He literally, and this is just switching back and forth with the camera is killing me over here, but he literally, walking down the streets of New York, made a short video for me personally. He said, "Hey Chris, thanks for joining our email list," and yada yada. It was literally a minute or less. But there's something about receiving a message like that, right, Addy? That it's just like that'll. It's not just like another email that you read real quick and go, "Okay, cool," and then you just archive it, right? There's something really good, cool about that, right?
He brings that wall down and says, "I know you signed up," and he did the same when I signed up for his newsletter. We met very briefly at Podcast Movement this past summer, and I had heard that he was launching this, so I signed up. And when I saw his Bonjoro video, I was like, "Whoa, this is so neat." He's doing great things. He's highlighting a lot of what's happening in the podcasting space in New York. Even though I'm here on the other coast, it's just really helpful to be informed of what's going on.
So iMajora says, with the Apollo Twin, you can still do zero latency monitoring on the box. Matt. Oh, cool. What's up, Matt? Throwing a couple tweets your way. Long-time listener. Oh, yeah. Cool, man. And Chess Games, I'm still waiting for Ralph M. Rivera to accept my challenge. Oh, it's gone? Oh, see? He didn't accept my challenge. Anyway, I was going to play some chess games live. SonarWorks, Addy, have you played this game, Match the Mix?
No.
Yeah, this game is cool. I played it. I've been playing it like maybe once every stream. So what you do is you toggle the music. There's a reference track, and then there's your EQ'd track. Hold on, let me. Oh God, I need a producer. All right, no, I need to learn how to use Ecamm Live properly. So you could toggle with the space bar, and then switch between your mix and the reference track. And the shortcut is tab. So all right, I got to remember tab. And then whoa, all right, hold on. So I got to stop the background music, and also. I think it's going to be a little loud, so because I remember.
See you later, Mike. Mike has to go.
Oh, Mike McCallan, he's going to his mastermind group. That's cool, man. All right, thank you, Mike McCallan. Podcasting for events, right? You should put that in the chat, Mike. All right, let's do this.
Change
All right. I want to do it a little longer, but I don't know. 8 bars seems like a good time. So now let's submit it and see how close I was. 88! Oh,
No.
man. That's
What's
not bad.
the highest score that you've gotten so far?
I got 98 once,
wow.
which was like, hello. All The
Yeah.
others were like 80, 86. I think the lowest I got was like 77 or something, but it's pretty cool because you A-B it back and forth, and then it's only 2 sliders. Actually, if you go to the next level, there's 3 sliders, so there's 3 different EQs.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You got 100% on the first level? That's awesome, Bandrew. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little game. And the other site is soundgym.co. They got a bunch of different games here. I was going to maybe play some, but again, next stream or whatever. There's a lot of different ear training games, and I did the one with the DB challenge, which I talked about earlier. And
I think I saw you do that one last time.
the DB challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. And then, of course, you got Podfest in March 7th to the 9th. I'll be there. I'm going to have a booth. It's going to be a lot of fun. You going, Addie?
Hoping to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's in the plans. Still working it out, but I had fun 2 years ago at Podfest, so hoping to go again.
Yeah, actually, that's where I think that's where we met.
Yeah, and Ralph and
That's right.
Yeah.
Ralph M. Rivera,
Yeah.
who's not here
Yeah.
right now, but he should be.
Yeah.
He's
Playing
just-
chess.
He. You know what? Him and I were playing a chess game, a 14-day chess game. I'm going to challenge him right now. This is him right here. Buddha nature. Seriously. Wait, how do I challenge him? Oh, this guy made his move. Gotta develop. Yeah. Anyway, chess is awesome. Anyway, but Podfest will be there, and also Podcast Movement. I'm actually figuring out, this is for last year, Philadelphia, but I'm trying to figure out right now if I want a booth or what I want to do there. But anyway, this is the biggest one, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm sure you're going to that one, Addie, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I think they're both in Florida this next year, right?
Yeah.
Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, and my friend Mike Helms, who does the Location Sound podcast, he lives in Orlando.
Awesome.
It's my good friend, and he lives there, and so I'm assuming he's going to go to both. He might even help me at my booth and stuff, but he's been doing his podcast for 19 episodes now, and I think he's done every week for 19 episodes. So
Wow.
So good for him, man. And he's interviewing these people who are out, like, for real, doing on location audio. So
I'm gonna subscribe right now.
right, yeah, it's like, like for TV commercials. That's what he does for a living. He actually records TV commercials. So Addie, you are the podcast planner. Everyone can check out, and you can actually buy. Where is it? Yeah, you can buy the podcast planner, or you can download it now. Oh, but those are podcasting templates.
Yeah.
Man, that's
you can
cool.
if you sign up for the email newsletter, then you get 2 free templates. If you like that, you can go ahead and just buy the planner through the site, but takes you to Amazon. But yeah, any information that you guys want to know, just head over to thepodcastplanner.com. Everything's there. You want to follow me on social, that's where you'll find the buttons to follow me.
Yeah, podcast planner. Here it is on Amazon. So $34.95, and it's just, I mean, there's so much in there. I can't even.
Yeah. It comes with an online course too, so it's not just the book.
Oh man, well that's cool. And this is your site. You're all on social, so everyone go follow Addie. Addie, thanks for hanging out with us today. This has been really awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Next time I'll figure out how we can, do the. Well, wait, hold on. I can do it here. Yeah. No. It's a split screen, but I got to figure out with Arik Levy. He taught me how to do the split screen in the corner. I'll figure that out for next time, but.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, rock on. Have a good dinner. I'm gonna keep streaming for about another 5 minutes. So
Cool.
Talk to you soon, Addie.
Awesome. Thanks. Bye.
All right, see ya. All right, there you have it. Did she go through the speed round? Oh, forgot. Dang it. Unbelievable. Right? Matt, where are you from, by the way? Majora. Everyone's on Twitch today, right? Everyone's on Twitch. I didn't see one YouTube comment. And there's one person on Facebook, but you know what? It might be my wife. I know last time my wife just tuned in just to, see what I was doing. No, we didn't go through the speed round. And you know what? She's never been on my podcast engineering show either. So, oh, cool. Matt's from Illinois. Oh, yeah. Sort of, one state away from Dave Jackson. And one state away from Daniel J. Lewis, I think. And maybe Cliff Ravenscraft. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to do this one. I'm going to go to the next level. You guys ready? Let's do it. I'm going to do this. I don't know. Did you see? I actually was able to move the reference. I accidentally dragged the reference. Am I allowed to do that? Look at me. Look what I just did. Wait, hold on. This can't be possible. Oh, it's... Oh, I see. It's both. Oh, see, I just messed up mine. It's both. So whenever I touch it, that's my EQ. All right, so now I got to move it back. All right, let me do it real quick. All right, let's check it. See? Wow, 71. Yeah, close. Close. All right. There you go. Anyway, these are fun games. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up soon, but thank you everyone for tuning in. This has been an awesome stream. We're going to do it every week on Wednesday, same time. Is this a good time for you guys, by the way? I mean, I don't know. So for some reason, like last week, I was thinking maybe this is too early. Maybe it's like kind of dinner time and that's too early. Maybe I should stream a little later, which I'd rather not do because I don't really want to stay up that late, although it's not that late. Yeah, Matt, good you could catch us, and definitely come hang out every week and all that. It's a lot of fun. We covered all kinds of stuff, and yeah, the timing's good. Yeah, I mean, cool. So I think in general, it's the timing is okay, and I'm definitely gonna do it for, I don't know, at least a few months at this time, because I just got to keep doing it. I got to figure out how to learn how to use the Ecamm Live really well, and then all this other stuff, which I don't know how to do. I'm getting better at it, and I don't know. Well, if you guys ever have any ideas of things I could do on the stream, just let me know. Just send me, like, the Facebook group is a good way to kind of keep in touch with everybody if you're into Facebook, or Twitter. Twitter, obviously, you can follow on Twitter at PodLounge. No, Matt, I'm not using OBS. I am using Ecamm Live, which really is easy to use, and it has a bunch of cool features. And, well, the fact that I'm using a Mac is, obviously Ecamm only makes software for Macs, so it works really well on the Mac, and it's not that expensive, and there's a bunch of cool features, so that's what I'm using for now. And I'm still learning it, as you can tell. So, I mean, I when I was thinking about doing a stream, what I did, well, which is what I usually do, is I think of, oh, look it. See? It's showing Addy's. There we go. Yeah, Ecamm Live. Yep, so it's for Mac only. But so what I did when I first was thinking of doing a stream, I was like, well, what's some good software? So everyone uses OBS, although it's free, and I've heard it's not so easy to use. And then Wirecast is supposed to be the best one, but if you get the Wirecast Pro, it's literally like $1,000, which I'm not against that. If you're going to give me some software that is awesome and I'm going to use it for years, I'm not against that, but it's too early for me to invest that much in my stream, right? So I just wanted to get going, and Arik Levy, who does the Shooters Summit, he's been a guest on my show, the Firearms Nation podcast. He does a Shooters Summit every like once a year. I think once a year. And anyway, he does the video. He records video conversations for his summit, and he does it with Ecamm Live. Even though he doesn't stream it live, he just it also does a good job of bringing someone in on Skype, doing the split screen automatically, and just recording it in high quality locally. So, yeah. Yeah, OBS. XSplit is another paid software. Yeah, I've heard good things about that. I know a bunch of the people actually at chess.com, when they stream on Twitch, they use XSplit. So that's a good one too. And one thing I'm going to have to remember about the stream, because remember when Addy came on, you guys were hearing her double. So I'm going to actually, and this is kind of a pain in the butt, but again, I'm learning. I would love to, it's great to stream to Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, and then as soon as you're done streaming, the video's there, right? For playback, obviously. But now that her voice was doubled for a while, and I was trying to figure it out, like Ecamm Live locally on my machine is recording the entire broadcast. So I may open that up in a video editor, because on that locally, I don't think the audio is going to be doubled. I could be wrong. But I never heard doubled audio. So I think the doubled audio just went through the stream. But then again, that's what Ecamm Live would capture. So anyway, I'm going to check it. But if my local recording is better, then I'm going to have to like literally go to Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, delete the live stream, and then upload a new one, which is going to take time and effort. So I'll probably just leave it. Anyway, I think that's it. Oh, and I didn't even start my other music, but it's okay. We're done. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Really enjoyed you hanging with me in the Podcasters Lounge. Again, this is just the beginning, and let me know what you want to see. Let me know if you need help with anything. Remember what I said at the beginning of the stream about really each of us sort of focusing on the things that are going to move us forward and, make us be successful and earn a lot of money and all this stuff. Like, I'm really into focusing on all that stuff, not politics and not excuses and all this, not any other BS. Like, each of us has so much power within ourselves and so much potential. We got to start tapping into that, man, before it's too late. So yeah. So Matt, we could just, anytime on the lounge, we can talk. I mean, look, I have all my software ready to go to show you guys stuff. Like, this is Twisted Wave, where I do my detailed editing. I got Reaper, where I do my mixing, and I could show you all my plugins. Like, these are all the plugins I use on my voice. Anyway, then I got RX7. All right, cool. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, Podcasters Lounge every Wednesday. Brought to you by Podcast Engineering School. Next semester starts January 15th. All right. Peace out, everybody. See ya.